Hey everybody, it's Andy's free guitar chart videos and now CFV cello, violin, fiddle, tuned guitar chart videos. I've been working on charts really good. Done about 10 charts, so we're going to be only looking at the last 2 charts. And we're going to be working on, of course, from last lesson, you would remember how to take the normal guitar chords, you know, the C chord, we'll use Mr. Capo. We're just basically looking at how to identify the C chord, the A chord, the G chord, the E chord, and the D chord. Basically those shapes, we want to know how to identify them on the 5-string guitar, modified guitar, fretted fiddle, cello, fiddle, violin. Here's cello tuning, and here's violin tuning. They're both P5, and I've been working a lot on this. It's not easy, it's not hard. You just have to put time into it. So we reviewed this last time, how I made this guitar. You don't have to do this. You can one way you can do it is translate it into guitar, where you would have a fifth interval here. So you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, instead of just 1, 2, 3, you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you'd have to pick it up at the fifth. 5, 6, 7 root. Okay, 5, 6, 7 root. Not just 5, 6, 7, but 5, 6, 7 root. Okay, like that. And then of course there's some shape fitting there perhaps involved. So that would be 7 root 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6. Okay, but we don't want to do it on guitar. We want to do it on, you take an old guitar and you modify it, and the low E string you down tune to a C, the A string you down tune that to a G, a whole step down. The D string remains the same. Okay, now where you take the G string off and you put the B string there and you down tune it to an A, a whole step, and then I move the E string down to the B string slot, so it does a little dog leg here, and then I leave that tuning the same because it's that high E. Okay, so let's dig into the charts. We got 2 charts to cover today, and done about almost 9 charts, and I've been doing this night and day. Not all night, but just, you know, whenever I have a chance. I work on it at night because it's such quiet work. But it's been cold today and this week. So this is chart 458, caged mirror images. Let's look at it. I'll go over here. I think my dog wants to go out. Hang on. Alright, so let's look at this. Okay. Gotta get me in here. You know, I don't want my head cut off. Alright. Chart 458, caged mirror images, P5 and P4 tuned fretboards. Okay, imaginary P5. Now what makes chart 458 different from, let's say, 457 is that this one has an imaginary P5 tuned string below this. So in cello, the lowest we're going is low C. Okay, but it has an imaginary string that's below that. Now why would we want to put the imaginary string below instead of with a 5 string put the imaginary string above? The first thing I did was put that imaginary string above. And I found out when I'm taking a mirror image of these two instruments. Now, keep in mind, it's not a mirror image of a normal guitar. It's an image of a guitar that's tuned like this. Okay, it doesn't have the B to the E. It has the F to the C to the F. Now, I don't suggest that you tune your guitar that way without first down tuning the entire register, maybe down D tuning it or down C tuning it, so you don't overstretch your strings. But you'll find if you do that, your guitar, the A and the D chords aren't going to play the same. They're just like E chords that are moved up. So this is what it is. It's the difference. This is actually a description, but let's start looking at this. Now this little guy up here, we're going to look at this because that is the entire next chart. Okay, that is the entire next chart. We could almost get there. There it is. There's today's chart, and this is the summation of all the work that I've been working on the last week for this. Chart 459. Caged mirror images, P5 and P4 tuned fretboards, imaginary P5 below bottom string, real bottom string shapes definers. Where are those real bottom string shape definers? We're going to find out. I just want to bounce back to 458 so we don't, you know, perhaps it's a little background that I might skip over. I'm going to let my dog back in and we'll get started. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be looking at this in the next chart, so let's not get caught up in there. Let's look at the main theme that's happening. Now, if I jump right to this part up here is the everything because it's just the two fretboards. Let's look at that. Now notice this is the guitar, but it's all P4 tuned. It's not this guitar. This guitar is not P4 tuned. Okay? This guitar is not P4 tuned. And the notes on it are not for that pure P4 tuning. But the bottom four strings are, I call this the bottom because it's the low. The bottom four strings are all in P4 tuning, and we've had many lectures on that in the past. How we have the tuning third, you know, in between the G string and now notice this is the C string now because we've unwarped it. The warping, you know, it sounds like Star Trek, you know. Unwarped is actually sounds like Star Trek. Okay, so it goes start in C tuning it would be, and then okay, well that would be the C P4, but the regular would be that's it. I don't know where those melody notes are. If I was, I'd be really a great piano player if I could just plunk a melody, but it's but remember, that's the unwarped. That's the unwarped. When it's going really slow, you know, the Enterprise. So the unwarped is the P4 tuning, and that's why we have a C here. Now the other reason why I put a C there is that's the string. This is not a key indicator. It's a string note indicator in this case. So I have to explain that, you know. So we got the E, A, D, G, C notes, okay, in this particular way of tuning it. Luckily, Mr. Capo is right on that E, so it's E, A, D, G, C. Now this C would be, this one's tuned to B and E, but it would be like this. There's your C, and there's your E. That would be P4 tuning. It's very important to understand